Good day everyone, so this is Alvin again from the Philippines and welcome to another edition of Miss Universe 2019 Contestants Profile Review and Analysis. And today, I am going to talk about Miss Universe Philippines. And since Philippines of course belongs to the Asia Pacific region and Africa as well, here's my current ranking for that region. So as what you can see, there are already 10 countries on the list, so which means at the end of this video, if Philippines made it in my top 10, the 10th spot will already be out of my top 10 list. So you will see the updated ranking at the end of this video. Let's begin. Philippines started competing in 1952. They've already won 4 times. Gloria Diaz in 1969, Margarita Moran in 1973, Pia Wurtz back in 2015, and Catriona Gray, our current title holder, last year's winner. And currently, Philippines is enjoying their 9 years straight placement in the pageant from 2010 to 2018, which means if they will place this year, it is going to be a decade-long placement for the Philippines. So that's amazing. This year, they are sending Gazini Ganados. She's 23 years old and she stands 5'8". And based on what I have read online, her mother is a Filipino and her father is Palestinian. I am actually not aware that she is a halfie, but it's okay. It doesn't really matter that much because what's important is she is wearing the Philippines sash. Education-wise, she's got a bachelor's degree in tourism, and pageant-wise, she's also very experienced in a lot of pageants. Aside from the numerous local pageants she previously competed in Miss World Philippines 2014 and finished in the top 13. Beauty-wise, she is actually very, very beautiful. Definitely one of the best faces from all of the representatives of Philippines in the Miss Universe pageant. When it comes to her performance during the national pageant, let's start with the swimsuit performance. I really do not have any issues with her on this field. She's got an amazing body, beautiful styling during the national finals, and the long hair, the long straight hair suits her perfectly. Plus, when it comes to her walk, spectacular. It is very, very strong. It is actually one of her strengths, and she walked on that stage like she owned it. Plus, her confidence is just sky high. So, at the swimsuit competition, I would actually consider Gazini as one of the strongest competitors for the upcoming Miss Universe 2019 because performance-wise, she really got it. No more hard and extreme preparation needed because she's already prepared for that arena, for that field of the competition. Evening gown. From her look during the national pageant, I really don't mind seeing her with a similar hairstyle all throughout because she just looks stunning with straight hair. And at the same time, it excites me as well for the upcoming Miss Universe. Will she stay with the same styling or they will do something different? A different looks for her. So I'm really excited about it. For her evening gown, I am really, really in love with the design of the gown. It was like beauty pageant meets fantasy world. Really, really beautiful, which is why I am really giving my full appreciation and love to the designer of the gown, Carrie Santiago. Kudos to her. Excellent, excellent job. I mean, I'm not really sure if it's a woman, but based on the name itself, Carrie Santiago. Sounds like a woman to me, but if for any reason that she's not, then I'm really apologizing right now, but kudos to you for doing a very, very excellent job in designing Gazini's gown. Love the deep neckline, I really love that. Plus, the details of the top part of the gown is so avant-garde. Really, really amazing. It's like a wing type or something, but I just loved it very much. And of course, it wasn't only the dress that made her performance look great and made her a standout, but also her delivery. The way she carried that gown is just pure perfection. I just wish she'd stop the hair flipping though, because it's so Miss Venezuela 2018, Stephanie Gutierrez. And what I meant is that hair flipping, I know it started years before. But the iconic hair flipping really started with Stephanie Gutierrez last year, who did all the hair flipping that she can in all rounds of the competition. And she was remembered because of that hair flipping. So I really wish she'd stop that, because she might be compared to Miss Venezuela. I know it's not a bad thing, but I just wish she'd try to make something different, something that can be called her own. And anyway, her final pose during the evening gown, beautiful. And even in swimsuit as well. It's the same pose, but it's really, really beautiful. That's definitely her iconic signature. Now, when it comes to the final question, I actually loved her answer so much. Plus, her delivery is believable. But did she hit the bullseye with her question? I mean, with her answer? No. Because if you read the answers of Gazini in written form, it's not really an answer that hits the bullseye or a specific answer. And honestly, she's got one of the most difficult questions that night, which is, as Binibining Pilipinas, what can you do to get more women in the workplace? I mean, giving a specific answer might be difficult. Aside from that, you only have 30 seconds to formulate your own answer. I know it's easy for others to say, but it will be difficult if you're standing in front of 1,000 people watching you. And of course, others are expecting you to fail, so that's adding more pressure. But really kudos to Gazini, because she was able to deliver a great and acceptable answer at the same time. It may not be an answer that hits the bullseye or straight to the point, but the way she diverted her answer, although for me, it was a very general and cliche a little bit, but what made her a standout in that final question is her delivery. She spoke and she sounded very, very believable. And aside from that, because what do I mean when I say believable? When you listen to her, it's as if you believe every word she says. And aside from that, she said it with conviction. And I mean, that's just one way of giving a beautiful, beautiful and strong answer in any pageant. You need to make sure that your viewers or your listeners will believe whatever you says, no matter the content. Of course, it's very different if you're giving a content that is so far off from the question. But as what I have said earlier, she gave a very cliche answer, but still close to the question. But what made it a standout is her delivery. And I really have to commend her for that. Now, this 2019 Philippines is aiming for a back-to-back victory that only Venezuela pulled in 2008 and 2009. Is it possible? I would say yes. Gazini got all the goods, the beauty, the intelligence, strong sash, and of course, strong team that will help her prepare for the pageant. But let's not forget as well, because I know there are some really conflicts in social media. I will not be specific about it. But let's not forget as well that if Philippines is doing well, many countries are also working so hard to make sure that their representatives will come very, very strong in the pageant and win the crown. Let's not forget that if Philippines is preparing hard, other countries are also doing their very, very best to do the same. Remember, this year, we have USA, who is a lawyer, Colombia, who is also a lawyer, Brazil, beautiful contender, plus she's got a really, really strong track record in her previous pageants. Indonesia, as what we have said, this is by far the most prepared Miss Indonesia I have ever seen. And I mean, to be honest, if I am a Miss Universe contender, Miss Indonesia is someone that I would consider as a strong threat. Vietnam, another strong contender with great backstory. There's less than 30 contenders selected so far for Miss Universe, but it's already shaping up to become a bloodbath of beauties. And another thing to consider is that 2019 is IMG's 5th year holding the Miss Universe pageant, and I do not think it is ideal to give 3 crowns to just one country for its first 5 years. I mean, they could do it if they want to, but will they? That's the question. Anyway, let's just be open-minded for Gazini. She will do well, but let's not forget that others are also doing well. If she wins a back-to-back, congratulations. it will be a deserving victory. But if she doesn't, it's okay, because we have to be open-minded, is what they have said, that she could pull a back-to-back, but there's also a possibility that she might. Let's just open our eyes as well from the possibilities that might happen. Again, let's just support our candidates without bashing other countries, other delegates from other countries down, because none of us knows the hard work that these ladies are doing just to represent their country very well. To me, I am a Filipino, but I am really trying my best to be fair to other candidates as well. Anyway, having said that, here's my updated ranking for Asia Pacific and Africa. So Israel is already out of my top 10, but of course it could still change if there are some changes in her preparation and transformation. Number 10 is Kyrgyzstan, number 9 is China, number 8 is Sierra Leone, 7 is Cambodia, 6 is Nepal, 5 is Myanmar, 4 is Malaysia, 3 is Vietnam. Now my number 2 as of the moment is Philippines, and again, as we have said, my number 1 is Indonesia, simply because I know many might consider Philippines because of a strong sash and of course quality contender. But again, if you look at Miss Indonesia, she's really strong. And I mean, she's working with the charities for almost a decade. I mean, that's really strong profile. And that's something that I want Gazini to do well as well. I know she's very active in her works, especially with the elderly, but I want her to make it stronger, especially for the upcoming Miss Universe pageant. Again, this is becoming more difficult for Asia Pacific and Africa, a really strong region indeed. So that's it. If you want to see my reviews of other countries, you can just go ahead and check on my channel and watch my reviews of the individual candidates. You can also check my reviews for the candidates from other regions, and you know what to do. Just leave your comments below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe, because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. So for now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.